I stopped praying and everything started to get better. What do I mean by that? Because you're probably wondering, does prayer work? Does praying to God work? I'll start off by saying I've had regiments of prayer where I would pray at the same time every day. I would get on my knees. I would put sometimes my shawl on and I would just go and pray. And I want to tell you, I stopped praying and this thing worked. Why did it work? Because God was waiting on me to make a step. Now, there's Bible verses that talks about many are the plans of a man, but the Lord determines like the outcome. Paraphrasing, it's in Proverbs, and I want to tell you, oftentimes we could be in this cycle of always praying, always just getting on our knees and going before God, that sometimes we miss the subtle direction, which is sometimes to just make a move. Sometimes it's just to make a step. Oftentimes it's just to go ahead and see what happens. Now, we all want to know that things are going to work out perfectly. We all want that. Right? No one wants to fail. No one wants to say that they tried something and it didn't go good. So we keep praying when God is like, hey, make a step, make a move. So here's 3 things that I had to do when I was in this certain situation where I just kept praying. And eventually someone told me, what if God's waiting on you to actually make a move? Now I was shook. I was shook because now the pressure is on me. What if I make the wrong decision? What if I get out of his will? What if I want his perfect will and my plan seems to be the permissive will? With that being said, if you are seeking God and you are praying for his will, you're acknowledging him in all your ways and he's directing your path, he's going to direct your path. Even if you make a mistake, even if you mess up, even if you make the wrong turn, there is a way for him to redirect like a GPS or just make sure you don't go too far. That in itself lets me have comfort in knowing that if I acknowledge him, I can go ahead and I can start planning or make the move, because he's either going to stop me, he's either going to deter me, or he's either going to just give me the green light to go ahead. Oftentimes we get trapped in this thing that we have to have the perfect answer and that God is going to speak every time audibly. That's not necessarily true, and I want to help you out with that today. So for number 1, I would say if you're in this place, you're seeking God, you're acknowledging God, number 1, start writing down the plan. What do you want to happen? What do you wish to be the outcome? Just writing it down, right? You don't have to make a full blueprint, or you might have to, but write it down. What do you want to happen? Number 2, what is the small step I can start making towards this goal or towards this vision or whatever I'm praying about? What's the small step I can start making? Number 3, who can hold me accountable with this? Because usually if we're still in this place of I'm just waiting on God, I'm just waiting on God, a lot of procrastination is going to creep in. If a lot of procrastination creeps in, we're not going to do anything. So find someone who can hold you accountable. Hey, ask me in 5 days that I write this plan. Ask me in 10 days that I make a move. Ask me in 15 days, what am I doing towards this? I started doing this with God recently because I was always in that place of I'm just going to keep praying, just going to keep praying. If he didn't speak to me, I'm not making a move. When I started to make a move and realized that I was acknowledging him, things begin to unfold. Being overwhelmed started to be a lot less stressful, or it started to die down. Being anxious started to leave, and realizing that if I'm acknowledging my Father and he wants good for me, and he wants me to be in his perfect will, he's going to direct me. It's the same thing with parents and kids. If you told your kid what to do every single day, all day, A, it would be annoying. B, the kid would never learn what to do because the kid would only know what you told them to do. And if they ever got out of your presence, they wouldn't know what to do. And number 3, this kid would not grow. So I want that to encourage you, right? If you're praying and nothing's happening, try making that first move. Any questions? Hit me up in the comments, guys. Be great.